Alright, this is my audience. Good afternoon, I'm Jessica, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I feel like you should take a cooking class and learn how to cook your own home-cooked meals rather than going out to a restaurant or a fast food place and getting meals from them. I have 3 reasons that support this, and my 3 reasons are: it saves money, it's a lot healthier, and it's a great time for family. Okay, so now that I've told you a little bit about my 3 reasons, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my first reason. My first reason is it saves you money. Buying fresh ingredients every day rather than going out to a restaurant and eating a big meal will save you money. And another big thing is that you have to drive from your house to the restaurant, back to the restaurant. You might not seem like it's a lot at first, but if you do that all the time, the gas does add up, especially in this economy. And nowadays, people don't have a lot of money just to waste on gas, especially just to go out to eat when they have more important things that they could spend their money on. Okay, so now I told you a little bit about that one. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my second reason, which is eating healthier. When you make fresh food from fresh ingredients, it is so much more healthy than the artificial food that restaurants make their food out of. Yeah, not all restaurants do, but there are a majority of fast food restaurants that just whip their food up super fast, have the artificial ingredients, and get it together rather than taking the time, using the fresh ingredients that they could use, and making a nice fresh meal. Okay, so now that I've told you about my second reason, I'm going to tell you about my third reason, which is it's a good time for family. There have actually been studies shown and proven that families that eat together every night are closer, the family and the children do better. It's a great opportunity for you to sit at the table together after you've cooked the meal together, sit down and talk. Yeah, people only eat for about half an hour, but that half an hour could mean everything to somebody. You got an A on your test, you want to tell your family, and it's a nice way to talk, especially when kids are going to school, parents are working different hours. It's hard during the day to sit down and talk to your family, and when you have a home-cooked meal, sitting at the table is a great place rather than a fast-paced restaurant, and it's loud, it's noisy at a restaurant. It's nice to have a home-cooked meal. Okay, so those are my 3 reasons why I feel like somebody should take a class, learn how to cook a home-cooked meal rather than go out to a restaurant. Okay? But on the other hand, there are people that oppose this and feel like they should go out to a restaurant rather than cooking a home-cooked meal. I have 3 reasons that support that one. My 3 reasons that support that are tired after work, you don't have the ingredients, and also it's just fun going out to eat. Alright? Now that I've told you a little bit about the 3 reasons, I'm going to go into more detail and tell you about the first reason, which is tired after work. A lot of people work 8 to 10-hour shifts every day and wake up early in the morning, don't get off till late afternoon, and have kids that they have to deal with and go pick up from daycare or school. A lot of people aren't going to want to come home, cook their meal, clean up after the meal, and get ready. It is a lot more convenient and a lot easier just to drive through a restaurant or drive through and get food rather than going home, make the meal, set up the table, clean up after everybody is done. It's just a lot easier, and it saves a lot of time, and people are tired. Alright, so now I told you a little bit about that. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my second reason, which is don't have the ingredients. When you cook a home-cooked meal, you have to have the ingredients to make the meal, whether you're making spaghetti or a pot roast. You have to have the ingredients. And a lot of times, people don't have those fresh ingredients at home. So then people get up, go to work in the morning. After they pick up their kids, they have to run to the grocery store, get the food, and come home. And a lot of you know that the grocery stores are really busy around the time people are getting off work. So go to the grocery store, get what you have to get, stand in line and then go home, unpack your groceries, and then put all your groceries away, and then make the meal. It is a lot easier just to drive through and get your food for your family rather than having to go through that huge long process if you don't have the fresh ingredients. Okay, so now that I've told you about my second reason, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my third and final reason. And my third and final reason is it's just fun to go out and eat. A lot of people work very busy. A lot of people have really busy lives, big families, and sometimes it's just a hassle to get your family together, sit them down at the table, have them wait while you prepare the food. Sometimes it's just nice to dress up, wear whatever you want, go out to a restaurant and have somebody come and take your order, cook the food for you, prepare it for you, and also the biggest thing is they clean up after you. When you go out and eat, you can have somebody wait on you. If you want more water, they fill it up for you. When you're done with your meal, you get your to-go boxes and you leave. You don't have to worry about the mess. And it is just a lot more fun having somebody wait on you and clean up your mess. Okay? So those are my three reasons on the opposing side of why people would rather just go to a restaurant than eat at home. And so thank you for your time. Does anybody have any questions?
Jess, you've given us a lot of information. What is your personal feeling about the differing views people have about eating at home or eating at a restaurant?
My personal view is I personally don't have children or have a family yet, so it is a lot easier just to make myself a sandwich and sit down and eat. Like I said earlier, with the family eating at dinner, I love sitting at home. I love sitting at home and sitting down with my family and having a home-cooked meal. I think that is the greatest opportunity. It just is so great when you can sit down, eat some great home-cooked meal, and talk with your family. And yet, on the other hand, it is easier to go drive through and get a cheeseburger and have a meal. So, alright, so my opinion is kind of a little bit of both. I do like home-cooked meals, but at the same time it is easier to go through the drive-thru and get some food. So I do see it on two different ways. So, alright, well, thank you for your time. I hope everyone enjoyed what I had to say today.